show like you've never had before. Today I am going to be introducing a segment of the show, which is entertainment. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be analyzing the Cameroonian entertainment industry particularly. Now the reason why I am doing this is because when we go on social media, especially Facebook, you realize that there's a lot of talk about Cameroonians not supporting the Cameroonian entertainment industry, Nigerians not supporting the Cameroonian entertainment industry, and all of that. But before we dive into that, I'd like to talk about what we'll be doing on this segment. So this segment is going to deviate a little bit from what we normally do on What Time Is It? Namely, we're going to talk small pidgin for this segment of our What Time Is It show. It's not going to be like the other videos that I upload to my YouTube channel. Like I said again, it's going to have a little bit of pidgin English. This is mainly because I want every Cameroonian, and it may all man way the state for Cameroon, we understand weighty this segment be about, the importance of this segment, and why it be really be important. So each and every one of we take out time to watch the videos, or these videos where I will post them both for Facebook, I will post them for Instagram, and I will post them for my YouTube channel as well. Now, before we go into the importance of everything that I just mentioned, it's imperative that I tell us how this segment is going to work. So basically every week I'm going to upload a video to my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel like I mentioned earlier. And on 2 days after I upload a video critiquing one Cameroonian artist or one entertainer, so it could be a singer, it could be a musician, it could be a movie director, it could be an actor or an actress. So any person waiting there for our entertainment industry, including fashion designers, videographers, photographers, any man will get anything for contribute towards entertainment, both creating content and making outfits and all of that stuff, makeup and all of that for the entertainers. All those people there we will review for this one segment. So now let's go back to the topic of entertainment and why it is so important for us to value it, and why I, Tubenane, is taking out the time to talk to Cameroonians on the reasons why it's important to support our entertainment industry and how we should do it. And of course, in doing that, I'm going to call out our artists, telling them what they're doing wrong and how they should contribute to grow this industry that is beneficiary not only to them, but to all of us as a nation. So, that said, entertainment right now don't become a big thing for the world. The American entertainment industry is worth about $372 billion. I know, it's a lot of money. Africa's biggest entertainment industry is of course Nigeria with 29 billion or so. I don't have the exact numbers, but yeah. So basically, what is entertainment? Entertainment is basically just creating fun, right? When we go for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, we watch all these short videos where people that they make maybe it's comedy, maybe videos that they make we laugh, videos that they make we learn. So entertainment not just for people for can joke around like some people think. People that actually learn a lot through the entertainment industry. Take YouTube for instance. If you're there for your house, you're trying to do something, you can't figure it out, go to YouTube and type how to cook koki. Let me use that one. Whoa, things say as you type how to cook koki for YouTube, you see videos of Cameroonian dishes pop up, and for sure you will find koki, even if you don't spell the koki properly. That is the beauty of entertainment, because as you go learn one thing for YouTube, you will see comedy where it will make you laugh, You go listen to music where it go feed your soul and all of that. And because say people they engage, people take time to create this content and all of that stuff. You have Facebook and YouTube primarily pay people who create content. Now, a lot of us have the mentality that when I go to YouTube and watch this video or watch this video on Facebook, the artist makes money. Now, this is the thing. The world is round. Not really round, but spherical, as we'll say it. Guess what we talk about Cameroon say, all things where they go around will come around. So they wear this, so there's some very round place. If you do bad, it will turn, stick out. If you do good, it will come back for you. Now, would you see and say, okay, we'll get what artists there, they play their music, we feel say, oh, they chop live, but more remember say, most of these artists then, they come back, can donate for charity. Now, you no go ever know if pikin where you go born am or pikin where you don't born am go end up for orphanage. So people in the way that they actually born, they die, their pikin then go for orphanage. If an artist can contribute money for that orphanage for help take care of that child that you gave birth to, and before that person passed, they were watching videos on YouTube, watching on Facebook, commenting, liking, and all of that stuff, you see that they have contributed to a future that their child is going to have, even though they no longer live in the world or they're not able to physically perform these duties. That's just not just one of the examples, and that way I do want to give up. Now, if you look at a country, I like to use Nigeria because it's a good example. Now, our neighbor, right next door neighbor, it's good for us to look at them. If you think of Nigeria 20, 22, 23, 25 years ago, the level of infrastructure that has come to Nigeria right now because of the entertainment industry, it's impressive. You know, you have American standard homes in that country owned by artists and all of that stuff. Guess what? People are getting on planes, vacationing in some of these countries that are doing very well for their infrastructure. And of course, it's bringing revenue into the economy. Now, I would like me to talk more about our Cameroonian entertainment industry. What is going on? Okay, so from my observation, especially on Facebook, you'll see and say, they say Cameroonians were ranting a lot about, oh, Nigerians are not supporting Cameroonian entertainment. Cameroonians themselves are not supporting Cameroonian entertainment. Now I'm going to take a little flashback, right? If you go back to 90, I don't know what year to pick, but I'm going to go as far back as I can remember. Around the year 1998, specifically, if you look at what Southwest and what Northwest at that time, how many people had TVs? Bro, when you watch a black and white TV, let's first of all make that a fact. And then you take place the limbe, maybe now kind 10, 15 people will get TV. That's if you reach 10 or 15. We became a small film hall so people would go watch films. But hey, movies at that time was all Bollywood. Bollywood now, the Indian entertainment industry. We watch a lot of Indian films, if you remember. American films, Jackie Chan, we watch Chinese movies. That is what we were consuming. When it goes to music, you realize that a lot of what was consumed in Cameroon at that time was Makossa. Makossa be the reign, Cameroonian music be the reign for the entire Africa. You get Congolese music, you get Ivorian music, and South African music, of course. Now the music in that way, they be top. Everywhere you go outside with the years of small kind of mutumbu them, we na Cameroonian music or Congolese, as I said. Now you fast forward to 98. I think the first two Nigerian movies where they hit Cameroon streets, I don't want to say the first that were made, Evil Forest and Sweetest Taboo. Oh, I forget Link, our. I beg more to talk about that movie because man just fear no sleep the night. But those were the movies, those three movies were popular in Cameroon. People would gather Sunday, film all that will be paying 50. 25 for small picking and 50 for big people. We'll go watch Evil Forest, we'll watch Sweetest Taboo. Okay, eventually, because a lot of Nigerians migrated to the Anglophone regions of Cameroon, that's the southwest and the northwest, namely, they, of course, Nigerians being industrious, they bring their movies, they sell their movies. Before you want to know P-Square, they don't know Two-Face, P-Square, they don't hit the streets. Now, so the music life changed now. We start consuming something fresh. And this has been going on, or this went on for like 10, 15 years. Back then, that would be this moment, we'll be honest with ourselves. When a young Anglophone person wake up, say, hey, you want to play music, they delay you. They beat you fine. To say, hey, that's laziness. When are you ever going to make money? Blah, 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 blah. And it was the same thing for soccer. A lot of things. Cameroonians were very conservative, not very exposed to, or not very willing to try new things. So we stopped our talents from doing most of these things. And that's why even when it comes to Makosa, you mostly find people from Douala doing a lot of music, people from the Ewondo people, our Bikusi that we enjoy so much in Cameroon. Those people became popular. They had French comedy, French movies and all of that stuff. But for those of us in the southwest and northwest regions of that country, because we are not, first of all, willing to study the French, that conversation, it's a whole, like, you need to understand the history of Cameroon to fully understand where all of this is coming from. And I will be making a video about that. Stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. That video should be coming up within the next 1 or 2 weeks. I'll put up a video about the history of Cameroon so that people can fully comprehend what is going on and why it feels like, okay, the Cameroonian entertainment industry is just joining the entertainment race. That's not really the case. The French side of the country had been doing entertainment for a minute before the English side joined, and the English side just recently joined. And of course, because we are the minority of that country, we only have 2 regions, the 10 regions in Cameroon. Now, because we only have 2 regions, it is difficult to crack into the French side, or at least I'm going to say that we are not willing to do the work to crack into the French side. But like I said, once you watch my video on the history of Cameroon and why I'm saying what I'm saying, you understand better before you criticize me or anything. So we just joined the race of entertainment. Now, if you look at Cameroon and its boundaries, you see that Nigeria is the one country that bounds us to the south, I think, that speaks English. And considering the fact that a lot of Nigerians live in Cameroon, we grew up with a lot of Nigerians. We've been consuming Nigerian stuff for at least 20 years with no stop. It's very normal that we of the English section, now that we've joined the entertainment race fully, making music and all of that stuff, we are looking up to our neighbors to support us because we have made up our minds that our French brothers are not going to do it. Conversation for a different time, but yes, that's what's going on. So now the question is, how do we fix this problem? Now you see, when you go on Facebook, you hear Nigerians or see Nigerians saying, oh, you need to produce good content, we'll consume good content and all of that stuff. It's a lie. It's a lie. If you're not willing to consume something, no matter how good it is, you're not going to do it. Now, one thing I want to really point them out for my Cameroonian brothers and sisters. I know we're all quick to say Nigerians don't support any other African countries. Nigerians don't, Nigerians don't, Nigerians don't. Now, this is the truth. Most of us are joining the race late. Nigerians have not invited anybody to come and consume their stuff. We are doing it voluntarily. Now, if we want Nigerians to consume our entertainment industry, we need to make it good enough, because Nigerians consume American music, they consume American movies. That's because they are good and even better than some of the movies produced in Nigeria. Now, for Cameroonians, Ghanaians, and every other person to meet up, it's not about criticizing them. Now, I'm talking particularly to Cameroonians. It's not about saying Nigerians don't support us and all of that stuff. What have you done to sell this to Nigerians? Like I earlier said, Nigerians did not invite anybody to come and consume their stuff. Basically because they're always everywhere. If you go to any place on the surface of this earth, you know see Nigeria disappear from that place. I tell you, any side you go so for the way, you will meet at least one Nigeria. And guess what? Nigerians, they ever hold on to their culture, hold on to their stuff that they know. But we for Cameroon, especially Anglophone Cameroonians, we have an identity crisis which is based on denial. Like, we don't just deny for Asebu will be one work man of the worker. I know I use chook skin. Would you just copy with anything? Whoa, see are we. Whether I won't find or you don't find, we don't want to. We just work copy for here, copy for there, copy for there. If you look at even Cameroon music, you realize that Cameroonians are wanting to do more Nigerian-like music. I'm like, Nigerians are making music based on their culture. I know that we have similar cultures, but why don't we make music based on our culture? And because we are bent on fighting over values that were not originally ours, namely French and English, now we don't hang for Nigeria and next say, oh, no, now we support it. It doesn't work like that. Cameroon was one country before the First World War, and then it got partitioned to English and French. That's how the whole English and French situation was born. Now, to every Cameroonian watching this video, I want to let you know that before you open your mouth and tell me, hey, the French, I want you to remember, we were sour people first, before the colonizers came with their guns and forced values on us that we, if we had a choice, we would not accept. We were a Wondo people before we were French people. We were a Bamum people before we were French people. We were Nordis before we were French. Let us remember that when you point your finger and call a Douala person, you who is from the southwest region of Cameroon, if you point your finger at a Bassa person, you point your finger at a Douala person, remember that you're pointing your finger at your own brothers, because they are sour people. We speak similar languages, we have almost the same culture, we dress the same, we dance the same, and all of that. So let us start going back to who we are and stop fueling this identity crisis. We cannot belong to anywhere. Now we want to belong to Nigeria. Tomorrow we don't want to belong to French Cameroon. The next day we don't even know what we want. So that's the genesis of the problem. Let's deal with that problem first in order to grow our Anglophone or the Cameroonian entertainment industry. It shouldn't be Anglophone and Francophone. Cameroon is a bilingual country, both English and French. It does not say anywhere that this percentage has to speak French, this percentage has to speak English. It's just unfortunate that 8 regions out of 10 speak French and 2 regions speak English, which makes it really hard for the people speaking English, especially because those who are speaking French are not even making an effort to meet them halfway. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, are we giving them the opportunity to even meet us halfway? No. Those are the things we should start working to fix. And I want to talk the one for Pidgin so that everybody will understand me. Now, Cameroonians, they get the biggest advantage for the entire Africa and even the world, because the only two countries are there for the whole world with English and French now their national languages. That's Cameroon and Canada. Now the advantage we'll get, and I say, anything we'll do for entertainment we sell and both for the French countries of the world and we sell for the English countries of the world. But the truth na say, no matter what language you do, if the thing tastes, it tastes, people don't buy them. The man be wake up play Opa Kanga star. Whoa, all we had are sexy lady. So today you ask me to talk about that song, I not tell you, they play that song and the joke Chris. And the joke Chris Gumi, you know. So it's not that we're not producing what is good enough, we are not selling it in the right way. And none in way division be involved in Fit Thrive. If you analyze our industry as a whole, you realize that say we spend our time fighting. We spend our time pointing fingers at people, telling them what they are not doing, forgetting what we ourselves are not doing. And that's why I came up with this segment to analyze each individual based on everything that you're posting on social media and your work. Nothing about anybody's personal lives. But I'm going to point out a few things before I start the review on individual entertainers in the Cameroonian industry. This is not about Anglophone or Francophone. Any man where you don't sing him that one song put on social media, I will review you. Whether you like her or not, I will do it because it's going to help the younger generation to learn and do things the right way. Now, for we Anglophone, the winner will be the chief of complaining. Someone reaches out to you. Oh, I have this idea. This is what I want to do. This is what I want. I need you to mentor me. First of all, majority of una, I did read their message or ignore them. When I wanted to start my YouTube channel, I did reach out to a few people. Hey, I'm starting my YouTube channel. I don't even know what I'm doing. Guess what? They ignored the message. The one eye or two people, the way they respond, they be like, okay, oh, this is nice. Let's talk about what you want to do. You talk with the person, yeah, the idea, sweetie. You don't give a new idea. And there's so many steps with the calculator. I want to do this, so I don't think I will help you. That's one of the set of people in that and for entertainment industry. The next set, they actually take the idea, go execute it before you. I don't call no my name because they don't do one for me. Me and you call yourself, say, oh, you want mentor me, we'll talk. The next day, or 2 days later, or 3 days later, you don't always start implement my idea then for your own place. But that one may worry me because the truth is, whether you like it or not, somebody's idea is that person's idea. You cannot do what someone thought about, someone got inspired about better than the person. You can improve on the idea, yes. But say for deliver and the way that person think and deliver, we tend to do the same thing all we will make them. So when we hear our older brothers like CY International, for instance, telling us, hey, the 80-20 campaign, yes, it's a good campaign. You have other people in the industry, Grand Sparkle and the rest, telling us, hey, Cameroonians, we need to learn to consume content. It is very important that we do that because all we will grow. Set this small giveaway the way you see people they do, and so it's something. If you win giveaway for 10K for my channel, that's on 2, 3, 4 days. That way you go chop where you no stress based on what have you been doing, watching video here, liking video there, and all of that. Now I get it that the economic situation in Cameroon is not the very best. Not that Cameroon is a poor country. Cameroon has a lot of, say, the money where they Cameroon no, embale. If money no they Cameroon will get 5 million Nigerians staying there. That is the truth. Cameroon has money. But another thing that Cameroon is plagued with, it's very greedy and selfish people, including some people in our entertainment industry. We are very self-centered, we are very selfish, we are very greedy, and we don't even think of tomorrow, we think that today. Because inside our small industry, we'll be a small country, we have a population of what? 27, how many million people even in Cameroon say? And let me say reach 30 million. You know, we don't have that many people, but we have people who are breaking grounds in France. Guess what? None of them has invested anything in Cameroon. Why? Because they stay there for France. So the country now, we really don't know where. I'm telling you. So not to make this video very, very long, I'm just going to go ahead and say that when we talk about support, what kind of support do we need? We need when person post video for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, just pick like 2 of those platforms, watch the video, drop a comment, hit the like button. Now, of course, nothing doesn't mean man click like for 2 and really like them. So put a day they watch something. If you learn something from some video, like them, because you have gained knowledge. That person take your time to put that together. The least you can do is click that button. It takes 1 second. It takes 1 second for you to click that like button. Also, when you see person create content, post them for Facebook, they tell you, say, oh, click the link to watch the full video on YouTube. Of course, you want to do that. When you get to YouTube as well, make sure you click the like button on that video, because if you don't really like or you don't be interested, we'll go see to that person to, you know, we'll go for YouTube. But the reason why it be important for we to do that now, say, the people the way they actually pay for entertainment, they need people to have a certain number of views. They need people to have a certain number of views or some certain degree of engagement for say may start pop up for their screens. Now, if we 1 million Cameroonians and we decide say, hey, we'll watch the YouTube and a video, we even post our money, what time is it channel, you realize and say anytime a person will type entertainment, maybe my videos will show up. And then they'll watch it, they'll learn, people will come and invest in our industry, and all we go glad. Now our brother, this Can Quintus, just opened an entertainment house. I'll call it an entertainment house because it has a lot of stuff. It's a good thing. Now let's imagine that 30 other people do that in the entire country. That is growth that's coming. If we're artists then too, when they make some more money from this music, where they do and they think and say, hey, more invest in infrastructure, country too will grow. With time, government will get choice of giving stuff like roads and all of the good stuff, you know. And we'll tell ourselves Africa is cursed, and we're not cursed. We're just very selfish, and we're very greedy and very self-centered, and we need to change all of that. Now, I don't want to take too much time on this video. Make all we remember say, when people they talk about support, it means watching a video to the end. It means clicking like. It means dropping a comment. It means following the page. Because like now I don't make the video. If you can't watch an hour on my What Time Is It page, you know, remember say, hey, me follow me on Facebook or me follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't consume my content, but you don't help me. With time, when I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 50 times, I say, but there's people that don't even be interested in this stuff. Well, I will leave at me, and then guess what? Maybe I'm actually passing knowledge to you that is useful. This is content that your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will consume, but you're going to make me stop doing something really good because you did not know or you didn't think it was necessary to follow my pages. So that said, I'm going to encourage everyone who was taking out their precious time. I know this video ended up being really, really long, and I'm sorry about that. I'm going to appreciate you all for being patient and watching till the end. Please, 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 once you finish watching this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the follow button on my Facebook page, that's What Time Is It, and also please follow me on Instagram, that's my What Time Is It talk show as well. Now for people who are really, really nosy, who want to know a little bit about my personal life, my personal Instagram and Facebook and Tubenane, you can find me, and it's posted on my YouTube somewhere. I think all of my profiles have every social media page that I own. So please click the subscribe button, share with your friends, most especially because knowledge is something that is meant to be shared. That's why it's given to us in the first place. So please share with your friends and family, and do not forget, we are going to build this industry together. It's not going to take one person to do it. but with the little drops that we're going to put into our entertainment industry, someday we will be able to employ our youths. We don't need to be greater than anybody, but we just need our industry to get to a point where young people are employed, people who are actually taking time to study and create content get paid for the work they're doing. And of course, using this review segment, we're going to learn a lot. There's some things that I'll be talking about, like when I review an entertainer, the things that I'm going to talk about, I'll just sneak in other things that you can learn, not just about the review, but about entertainment in general. And that's why people from Ghana, people from Ivory Coast, people from Zambia, Namibia, Kenya, Angola, I love Angola, Tanzania can watch my videos and learn something and apply it to their entertainment industry. Thank you guys so much once again for watching, and remember, we are not here to break, we're here to build the Cameroonian entertainment industry. Cameroon, Cameroon, but in Africa, hey, Cameroon, 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 but